Chapter 1. The last of her kind. The war had raged for centuries, reducing the once mighty Vexar empire to dust. Now, only Countess Elyria remained, a solitary figure draped in shimmering silver robes, her 4 violet eyes burning with desperation. She stood aboard the UEF Resolute, a human warship, her delicate hands clenched into fists as she faced Captain Elias Varrow. "You don't understand," Elyria pleaded, her voice like liquid crystal. "My people are gone. Our worlds are ash. If you give me the power core of your ship, I can restore them." Captain Varrow crossed his arms, his battle-worn face unreadable. "And if I do, what happens to my people? That core is the only thing keeping us alive in this sector." Elyria's breath hitched. "You would doom an entire species for the sake of one ship?" Varrow's jaw tightened. "I would doom no one. But I won't gamble humanity's survival on a myth." Chapter 2. The Weight of Extinction. Elyria had spent decades searching for a way to undo the catastrophe that had befallen her people. The Vexar had been masters of bioenergy manipulation, capable of reshaping life itself. But their greatest weapon, the Genesis Pulse, had backfired, turning their own flesh to stone. She had found records suggesting that a human quantum core could reverse the petrification, reigniting the genetic spark of her race. But no human would willingly surrender such power. "You think me selfish," Elyria whispered. "But I am the last. The very last. If I fail, the Vexar will be nothing but fossils in a dead empire." Varrow's gaze flickered, just for a moment, with something like pity. Then it hardened. "I can't help you." Chapter 3. A Bargain of Blood. Elyria's desperation turned to fury. "Then I will take it." Her form shimmered, elongating as hidden biotech surged through her veins. She lunged, her fingers elongating into razor-sharp talons. Varrow barely dodged, barking orders into his comm. "Intruder alert. Lock down the core." The ship's AI responded instantly, sealing the doors. Elyria hissed, her body shifting unnaturally as she adapted, growing stronger, faster. "You don't have to do this," Varrow growled, drawing his sidearm. "There's another way." "Lies," she shrieked. "You would say anything to stop me." Varrow fired. The plasma bolt seared through her shoulder, but she barely flinched, her flesh knitting back together instantly. Chapter 4. The Truth in the Data. As Elyria advanced, the ship's science officer, Dr. Lean, burst into the chamber, holding a datapad. "Wait. Captain, she's telling the truth, but not the whole truth." Elyria froze. Lean continued, breathless. "The Genesis Pulse didn't just petrify the Vexar. It preserved them. They're not dead. They're in stasis. But reigniting their DNA requires a living Vexar sacrifice. Her life for theirs." Varrow's eyes widened. "You knew." Elyria's shoulders sagged. "Of course I knew." Chapter 5. The Choice. Silence hung between them. Varrow lowered his weapon. "You were willing to die." Elyria closed her eyes. "I am nothing if not the last Countess of Vexar." Varrow exhaled sharply. Then, to everyone's shock, he stepped aside. "Take the core." Lean gasped. "Captain, if she wants to trade her life for her people's, that's her choice," Varrow said. "But we're not leaving her to do it alone." Chapter 6. The Last Sacrifice. With the core installed in the ruins of Vexar Prime, Elyria stood before the petrified billions, her hands pressed against the central obelisk. "Will it work?" Lean asked. Elyria smiled sadly. "It must." Energy surged, the core overloading as Illyria's body began to dissolve into light. One by one, the stone shells of her people cracked, revealing living flesh beneath. As her form faded, a single Vexari child reached for her. Elyria whispered, "Live." And then she was gone. Epilogue, a new dawn. Months later, Captain Varrow stood on the bridge of the Resolute, watching as the first Vexari ships took to the stars again. Lean joined him. Was it worth it? Varrow thought of Elyria's sacrifice. Of the child who would never know her. Yeah, he said. It was. And as the stars burned on, the last Countess of Vexar became legend.